Song Tower. Song Tower. Drone Charlie Delta Charlie holding on pad 1. Requesting clearance for departure for live show. Charlie Delta Charlie, Song Tower. You are cleared for live show takeoff.
Well, here I am, live, and nobody's watching. That's how popular you are. Yeah. Everybody in Thailand is all bundled up. Yeah. I'll just sit here patiently and talk to myself. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Nobody there. Nobody there. Come on. Anybody. Anybody. Not even one. Aren't I popular? Hmm. 'Nobody. Still. All right. Sit there, talk to myself. Yeah. Well, nobody showed up. 5 minutes in, still nobody is dropping by at 8 o'clock in the morning or 8 o'clock at night on a Monday night in Canada. For that matter. Maybe the eye isn't working and there's 100 people there going like, where are you? Why aren't you talking? Apparently not. That's funny. It doesn't say oh, now it is. Now it's just you and me, buddy. So almost seven minutes in, and I'm thinking, okay, you know, everybody in Thailand is trying to stay warm. What's the temperature there and how in? I can make you the moderator. Mind you, there. Uh, so no, there's two. Okay, I'm not a total failure now. So whoever's there, say hello. Um, yeah. All my windows are closed because, well, oh, hello, Nanette. Thank you very much for coming by. Is it warmer in the Philippines? What's the temperature in the Philippines? But it is definitely cool. Woke up to single digits. You can see I'm where six. Yeah. Well, that's what it is. It's take 10 degrees off that, Lance. It was 59 degrees here this morning. And I literally, like I say, I haven't opened up the loft for. It's nice and bright outside, but it's still considerably cooler. It's 17 degrees in here right now, which I guess that would be close to 70 degrees, Lance. Close, but it'd be about 69 degrees, Lance. So yeah, it's humid that afternoon. So um, yeah, I thought as you see it, I'm wearing my Harley Davidson shirt because it's long sleeve. And it's the only reason why I'm wearing it, and it's also the only long sleeve shirt I own. I came to Thailand thinking, yeah, it's warm. You don't need to bundle up, but yeah, 27 degrees. Yeah, you're an hour ahead, right, Nanette? So it's 9 o'clock there. It'll be a little warmer here at 9 o'clock, but no, won't quite be that. So, but at any rate, um, yeah, it does warm up. Warmer today than the other day when I did the live. Yeah. Well, this cold snap's supposed to end. When you look at the forecast, another week, it's going to start climbing. Where the morning temperature would be around 17, which would be again, I'm trying to figure out what that is in Fahrenheit. It'd be probably 68, 68, 67 for the morning, which isn't going to be too bad. So when I lived in Chiang Mai, we never got down to this temperature at all. So I'm not sure what it was like last year here, but it just wasn't that cold in Chiang Mai. I'll tell you, the shower, well, the water tank is down below, and of course, uh, it's always protected from the sun, so it never really warms up. So the water going into the shower, the water heater is well, there's a little valve that you can control the flow. And I thought, well, why would you want to do that? Now I totally understand. You got to turn the flow down so so the water heater can at least heat what little bit of that cold water, so you're not having a cold shower. So you're enjoying the cold weather, Lance. Well, yeah, I mean, it's fine. I mean, at night, it's certainly you bundle up, throw an extra blanket on. I'm getting lots of my duties to keep Katai warm is I'm doing my best to do that. So, but yeah, anyway, this afternoon it'll warm up. It'll warm up to I think 27 degrees today. Yesterday, it got to its warmest part. I had all the windows open and the sun coming through the side door. And as soon as the sun went down, I closed everything up to try and keep whatever heat was still in the loft. So yeah. Um, how's the uh, that's been all bundled up with blankets at night. Yeah, exactly. So and your job is to share the body heat, eh? So but at any rate, yeah, I just lost my train of thought. So, but yeah, it's supposed to warm up, and that's fine. I mean, I came to Thailand with my arthritic body, thinking, okay, I was going to be fine, and yeah, I really noticed it in the hands, the cold. But like I say, not gonna last long. Another week, everything will be fine. So yeah. So this is my Harley Davidson shirt, and it's the last remnants of me being a Harley Davidson owner. Sadly, bittersweet. The Harley has been sold. Yeah, for nowhere near what it was worth. Unfortunately, the economy in Canada is pretty bad. But hey, there's always hope. Chances are, we could become Americans soon. Yes, it was a full moon, high tides, and really rough sea. I watched your I watched your live show, and yeah, the water looked cold. I'm sure it wasn't, but that water sure looked cold. That's yeah, that's definitely a pretty rough sea. So yeah, we don't have any of that here. We don't have any of that here. But yeah, it was a full moon last night, and I mean, as soon as that sun went down, the temperature just dropped. I find even at yesterday, I was out on the motorcycle. I went and got my haircut. I got a comment today from one of my subscribers, telling me that for crying out loud, stop dyeing my hair. You look like you're a 2 and 8, and I thought, oh, okay. Yeah, just let them know that no, this is my natural hair. And I guess the 2 means I got a body, and my body's 2, and my hair is an 8. But yeah, there's no dye in that. As you can see, there's gray, gray. Yeah, I got to do the reverse. There's lots of gray and so forth. So yeah, this is my hair, and I'm thankful I have that. I thank my mother's side, that have a full head of hair, and not my father's side. No, my father's side, no, he was not fortunate to have longevity for his hair. So, but that's the way it is. So, anyway, I'm on the motorcycle, and literally it's 27 degrees and 26 degrees, and I had my jeans on, and I did have a short sleeve shirt, but I had my warm vest on, and yeah, and I'm thinking, okay, you're overdressed. It's going to be too. Nope, not at all. Once you start moving. Because here's the thing. I don't know what it's like down in Howhin as far as humidity is concerned, Lance, but humidity up here is just rock bottom. Uh, it just makes all the difference when it really gets hot. So, 27 degrees with humidity probably down around 20. Good morning, Cliff. Thanks for dropping in. With 20, probably 20% humidity, it's pretty dry. So yeah, you're on the motorcycle and yep, you notice it. The only vehicle I have back home now is an old Chevy HHR. Keep it to use when I go back for a couple of months. Um, well, this is your car. I don't tides. I'm not sure what that's all about. We have a Toyota Corolla. It's 10 years old, but it's a Toyota, so it goes forever, right? So this goes forever. But I'm not planning on replacing it anytime soon. Has 127,000 kilometers. So, um, yeah. But in the hot season, it gets crazy humid. That's yeah. But yet here in the hot season, doesn't get humid at all. In fact, it drops down to a humidity of like 16%. And that's good for my arthritis. I would think I would have a problem um, you know, a problem down there when the humidity's there. But you don't sweat as much. That's the good. That's the good thing. So we have 6 people watching. Who else is watching? Say hello. Somebody say hello. So how's my sound? I checked everything before. I'm also in my loft right now, and I'm at my desk in the other room. But the last live show, Les and I did this out here, and it worked really well. It's just again the problem is it's a little cool, So, and I'm sure what I want to do, and I will, but not for probably another month, is I want to go outside onto the balcony, and then you'll have the background of the mountains behind me instead of at least the wood is nice and warm. But yeah, and that's I'm waiting to do that. But again, 9. I think it's about 12, might be 12 degrees out there right now. So I think we'll wait a month and see what the weather is there, and we will do that. So I bring everything outside out for my office and set everything up. And I use my DJI for the hand webcam, and yeah, it works really good, really good. Got it set up over the main screen because this way I can. It's nice and big. I can read the messages without my glasses. If when you wear your glasses, of course, there's reflection. So, and I've added a makeshift light at the back. Obviously, I have to do something about that in the future. But yeah, all's well. So I want to talk unless someone has any questions. And I know everybody. We have our regular group there, so I've been on their live shows. They've been on mine, and I appreciate very much them dropping by. But one of my topics for today is Thai culture and videos. I just finished 3 videos that are doing really really well. Thank you very very much. It's we did our motorcycle trip to Nan for New Year's. Surprisingly, we didn't get much of fireworks and so forth. Being our age, we tend to be in bed by that time. Anyway, we rode up on the motorcycle and we did a video on the ride up. We did a video the following day in Nan where we visited an estate. And then we did a video where we went farther up. Oh, Dave is doing another live show today. Oh, okay. Well, that changes things. I didn't know that he was doing that. So, but anyway, that's yeah, I know. Hey, Lance, you're in the middle of doing your live show and, someone else who, steps in. It is what it is, so it is what it is. There's always a bigger fish, right? So always a bigger song cow. So at any rate, um, so the third video going up was we went further up the mountain to a village called Beauclou, and absolute fantastic riding, fantastic roads. Morning, Les. Thanks for dropping by. Fantastic roads, and beautiful weather. The first day I didn't fly the drone. Second day, well, the first day we did a review on the resort, and I would have loved to have flown the drone there, but unfortunately, it's too close to the airport, and the drone is all GPS controlled, and it essentially told me, said, no, you can't without special clearance. So didn't happen. Next day, we went to the resort or the estate, and it was the same problem. It was the same problem. Too close to the airport, so I couldn't fly. Which that was even more disappointing because that estate was just spectacular. 30 rye, sprawling, with buildings and interesting things all through it. Great video, great video. And like I say, in the third video, we went up to the village of Beauclou, and I did fly the drone several times, and that video is actually, so those videos are doing really well. The first one, the last one, really, really well, and I'm very, very pleased. And yeah, also the last live show was with Les, and for those that don't know, we did a live show the day before, right here on Les's channel, and I can tell you that the results is probably about 50 subscribers. And so, Les, thank you very much. Hope you're feeling better with your gout. And are you back home now, or are you still at Ploy's Village? So you can let me know that. Just talking away here. So again, Billy, I wanted to talk about what's upcoming, and it's kind of important. Um, I mean, we all, we're doing, Ploy's home. Okay. Good morning. Good evening, Tammy in Canada. So the thing is, as we do these YouTube channels, and we try to put out a product that people will enjoy watching, and we try to put an effort so that it keeps people engaged and so forth. And it's all about the product. Now, of course, here we are in Thailand. I live here in Thailand, and I've been here a year, and this is my home. But um, uh, the thing is, I'm not in Chiang Mai. I'm now in the province of Phrae, Phrae, Song District. And it's considerably out in a more rural area. And this is where I live. And this is where I chose to retire. And monks just finished the service 5 days celebrating. Okay, very good. And you'll be home on Friday. Well, listen, drive carefully, drive safe. And when you get home, give me a call. Let me know that you're home safe. At any rate, so uh, it is a beautiful area. The thing is, the when you're living in a rural area and you're a foreigner, you get noticed. You go into the town, they notice you. And of course, I'm the one driving the ADV, so they're not used to seeing ADVs, and yeah, you get noticed. And when you're married to a fairly prominent person in the village. Everyone in song, I wouldn't say everyone, but Katai is known. She's known fairly well. And so, of course, we go to events that that people recognize her, and of course, I'm her husband, and so yeah, so I kind of get put in the limelight a little bit, so which is fine. But my point is, um, because I'm a YouTuber, we go to some of these events, and of course, I film. A little while ago, I did a video called "Fun Day" in our village, Song District, and it was great. I flew the drone, did the video. Can't remember how long it was, but it was very well received by the local Thai people. And of course, me being in Thailand, and my channel representing, Thailand, then of course you're going to highlight. You're not just going to highlight the places in Thailand. You got to highlight everything, including the culture. So when we go to these events, of course, I film. Now, um, I'm in the process of recording a video, editing right now, a very, very large, now going to be a two-part video. And for the most part, my 412, 22 subscribers, I would imagine that there's probably 40 or 50 that are Thais, maybe more. And so, uh, I'm if I'm going to live here, I'm going to highlight the community that I live in. It only makes sense, especially as time goes by. I become more and more known, and and it becomes it's becomes important to the people that that I represent their community. So this video, it's it's a two part video because it's a 2-day cultural event. It took place just before New Year's, in between Christmas and New Year's, and unfortunately, I didn't know a whole lot about it when we first showed up. But now, okay, so I've learned a little bit, and now in the middle of editing, I'm putting it, together. And it takes place at a park, and it is about a love story between a prince and two princesses that were secretly seeing each other, but unfortunately, the parents of each of these children or teenagers, they were governors of separate cities, and they were mortal enemies. And yeah, so the story goes that they wanted to, the governors secretly conspired to have each of the others children assassinated. And unfortunately, when the time came for the assassination, all three were together, and they all died at the same time. So of course, this is an ancient story, and it took place here in Song District. So again, now I know more about it. Now the names, there's quite a few names involved that I can't necessarily pronounce. But bottom line is, it was a 2-day cultural event. The first day commemorated the love story of the two, where there was a play on stage, and it's a great time for people to get together um, and uh, and just celebrate. So it's these two videos are really going to be the second. So the second video is the second day, which is a beauty pageant on the stage. So these two videos are really going to be for my local village, my local district. So please bear with me. That's basically what I'm trying to say is, they will be, like I said, there'll be two of them. I, they'll be interesting. They'll be very interesting to some people, and they'll be very interesting to the local Thai people, which they've already asked when is that video coming out. And so I'm just letting you know that I'll continue to do videos on travel and and the other everything that is Thailand. But I'm also going to highlight the culture of Thailand because it's all the same. So I hope when they come out, you enjoy them. And the next one after that's going to be the National Children's Day, which I just finished filming last weekend. So yeah, that's really good. So so where we are. Um, Language is a barrier. Just spent 5 days with no one speaking English. First time feeling embarrassed not speaking Thai. Yeah, no, I get that, Les. I get that. So for sure. So Thip, your home is close to a jungle. I'm afraid of fire. Um, yeah. I mean, you're thinking of the fires in San Francisco. And yeah, that's a pretty scary thing that's happening right there. So at any rate, 2025, you're going to learn a little more Thai. I've just learned my latest thing that I've learned is my bin lai. My bin lai means no problem. My bin lai come. So I figure it will take me at least 5 years to learn Thai. It's a tough language, tonal language. So, but yeah, I get that because, like I say, here I am. I'm in the same way. I'm one of the only English speaking people here. We have some foreigners. There are a few foreigners, and Saturday I meet a couple at a coffee shop, and you get to speak English. So, but yeah, fortunately, Thai's English is much improved, and so yeah, so. But yeah, learning the language is it's certainly something. It certainly opens up a lot more doors. So, but at any rate, there we go. Anyone have any questions? I see we have 5 people still hanging around. Thanks very much. Let's all pop over and say hello to Dave at Gotta Love Thailand. So, but that's fine. A little bit at a time. Yes, yes, that you love the English language. Well, I don't know. I myself, the English language, that's what I've been speaking all my life, and I find there are words that don't make sense. So, it's one thing in the Thai language you're trying to speak, you're trying to do the tones and so forth that says it makes things different, and but yeah, unfortunately, in Canada, we have words that are literally spelt the same, and you say them you say them the same, and they all mean something different. So, how is the temple school building coming? Well, the king's sister came and did the opening ceremony and cut the ribbon and so forth. I was there for that. Geez, they wouldn't let me fly the drone. There were more police, army, SWAT teams. They paved all around the building. And yeah, it was what a slowly different changing. Now, mind you, the main you know yeah, multiple lives at the same time. But I mean, they still have the temples and so forth that need to have more stuff done to them. So, but yeah, they that big field right in front of the new school is they set everything up. They flattened it all out. They put up tents, and yeah, the king's sister came. I got a glimpse. I did record, and again, it's another one of those videos that are going to be centered on the Thai people of Song District. And yeah, so there's several videos that will come out basically for the Thai people for our local villages. So, and they will come, they will happen. So we'll see. Um, I'm still considering riding the motorcycle to Bangkok in March. And if we continue on, um, actually, let me just, where are we? Yeah. Okay. Is that how that works? So just curious. No. Okay. So yeah, Lance, I'm still planning on, still considering riding a motorcycle down to Bangkok in March to renew my visa. I was hoping to do the marriage visa by now, but I'm afraid there's it's not as straightforward. There's some things that have to be done. So I'm probably just going to go back to Bangkok, renew my original old retirement visa uh, with the uh, with the gentleman that looked after me last year. And then I'm thinking, well, we just might carry on down to Alin. You know, Katai is not 100% sure that I'm serious, but yeah, we'll see how that works. So and like I say, that'll be probably a 2 week trip. I would think a two week trip, and March. So that'll get us through the end of the smoky season and the end of the dry season because April rolls around and it begins to rain. It's amazing. April rolls around. Here we are in the middle of January already. Yeah, time goes by pretty quick when you're busy, and that's it. Uh, yeah, yeah, you're looking great, by the way. You lost some weight. No, no, I got a haircut, Tammy. I got a haircut. Got a haircut yesterday. So so that's I don't know if there's a lot of weight in that hair. It's pretty fine. So I did get I did get a comment about my hair from a subscriber, making a joke, thinking that maybe my hair is fake. Maybe it's the wrong color and not the natural color. But yeah, no, this is my natural hair. This is my natural color. And so yeah, he said you're a 2 and an 8. So I think the 2 is my I'm a fat bastard, and the 8 is I got a good head of hair. You're bouncing back and forth between Dave's live stream. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll have to have a chat with Dave. Stop doing that. So, well, maybe I should have sent him a message and said, "Hey, this is what I'm doing." So, but what it's fine. It is what it is. Tuesdays is my day. Tuesday is my day for doing live shows. I didn't do one last Tuesday, so but yeah, I'll always try and make Tuesday the day that I do this. So, but anyway, you know, uh, so yeah, like I was saying, the video that I'm doing was really, really difficult. I probably have 4 or 5 hours of footage. I went through. I burned out all 3 batteries on the first day with the drone, and then charged them all night, and burned through them again on the next day, especially with the beauty pageant. It's absolutely amazing, this beauty pageant. But the problem is, they're all up on the stage. They all get to talk. So but yeah. Good morning, everyone in Thailand. Good evening, everyone. Come abroad to watch, listen to the show. Yeah, say good morning to my wife. I believe that would be her. So at least that certainly looked like her. So yeah. So yeah, and it's and a lot of footage, a lot of footage. So it's a lot of editing,
Well, I've been at it a day and a half so far, and I still have probably all of today to finish it, to try and put it into two videos. So yeah. So Katai, Lance is saying good morning to you. Not, no, you're right that they're not expecting us to speak Thai anyway, but yeah, but the thing is, most of this video has a commentary, comment, someone talking. So there's always, especially for the beauty pageant, there's someone doing all the talking. So, and of course, for those that do videos with knowing a drone does not have sound. The drone does not have sound. So I have the drone in front of the stage, which works really well, by the way. There's just enough light that it's actually works really well. But of course, I have Gatai in sitting down in the audience, and she has the camera, and the camera has the sound. So yeah, no power outages during the pageant. No, not this time. Oh no, this was a well organized event. But at any rate, I have to connect the video of her with the sound, uh, and connect it with the drone. That's a lot of fun, trying to to marry up the two to get them work. So, but again, that's all part of it's part of the challenge, part of the challenge to put out a quality product, and we certainly try. So, and again, like I say, it'll be, and the Thai people that are going to watch it, they don't necessarily have to hear me talking, although there are certain parts, that where I do talk, but they already know. I mean, I do a long spiel in front of the statue. Well, they already know about it, but the whole point is I'm highlighting their day, and that's the whole point, is to highlight what's happening here in the Song District, so that so the people see what's going on here, and the locals really appreciate it. I got a great short clip where I'm sitting there, and the mayor of the Song District and the organizer of the event, we're all sitting there, and they're watching me, fly the drone. Just a short little thing, and I introduced them all. The deputy governor was there, so of Prey, province. So yeah, when there's that many, a lot of big dignitaries were there. So yeah, it was a big deal for the people of Song. So video will be out probably tomorrow, the first one, and I'll put out the second one the day after. I hope, I hope it's received, and we'll go from there. And the children's, the children's National Children's Day, that was amazing. And boy, I tell you, the Thais know how to look after their children, how to enjoy life, and make sure that their children grow up happy. I mean, there's a reason why they say Thailand is a land of smiles, because, well, like I say, they're they're really good people, and they really make an effort with their children. And when I do that video on the National Children's Day, you're going to see some great shots, absolute great shots. Do you have a foundation? No, but I saw them. I watched the series, which was really good. Do I? No. Remember, I've been only at this, Nanette. I've only been at this for 6 months, 7 months, and I'm really pleased with the results. Like 422 subscribers. It's a slow but sure. And yeah, but no, I don't have a foundation, and I'm not exactly sure. how to go about that. But I'm sure that something may present itself in the future. So at any rate, um, so I got another email or another message uh, um, from a, I don't know, subscriber or just a commenter. Uh, you know, go to Dave, needed outside, have a great stream. Got to go, Dave. No, okay. All right, Les, listen, like I say, yeah, you've had a busy time and you've been away from home for a long time. I'm sure you're gonna be very, very thankful just to get home and just decompartmentalize. So all right, take care. On your way home, drive safe, and like I say, give me a call when you get there. Les from Retired Living the Dream. You know, so no. Les took me under his wing when I first came to Thailand a year ago, and he looked after everything. He picked me up at the Bangkok airport. Yeah, people that are interested in knowing about Thailand and the cost and living and visas and coming to Thailand in general. I mean, I'll answer whatever questions you have, that relate to me. But Les is the go-to guy, and yeah, and I went to him, and he took me under his wing, and really made my transition here quite different. Um, Same here. I have a meeting with the governor at 10 a.m., but the other phone playing your stream. Okay. Thank you, Nanette. And oh, by the way, the last live stream that you were on and I was watching, thanks for the singing. At some point in life, we might find ourselves in the Philippines, and maybe I'll get to meet you. Yes, a very important lady, Nanette. I absolutely agree. All right, Pip, you're going shopping. Enjoy. Thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate it very much. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you again. We'll talk to you again. So on the next live stream or the next video. So again, I was talking about Les. Yeah, he set things up, made life much easier for me. Um, and going to social to have a meeting with the governor. Yeah, you know, So, are you going to film that? No. So, anyway, take care, Thip. Take care. Um, yeah, like I say, if you anyone looking to come to Thailand, well, I tell you, Les is the man. So, and of course, I ended up living in Chiang Mai for for 6 months, the first 6 months, and like I say, I got a message from a commenter, a comment from whether a subscriber or not, I don't know, about his Forza 300. He didn't think the 80 V350 was a big deal, and he also gave me. I guess he watched my 1 month review on the bike where I stupidly had a little tumble and I wasn't wearing my helmet. So he took a moment to give me, to reprimand me on not wearing a helmet. So yeah, I was, I answered the best I could, but yeah, well, it is what it is. As far as I'm concerned, the ADV is one bike, and the Forza is another bike. I know that Lance has a Forza. Like I say, I told the guy, well, I lived in Chiang Mai, and for 6 months I drove a 300 Forza, and it was a great bike. It is a great bike. Okay, it all comes down to personal preference. Lance has his Forza all decked out the same way as mine, and he drives all over Thailand. So either way, they're both great bikes. The only difference between my bike and Lance is I got great foot pegs. So I'm sure he's going to too. And I got that that lock for the throttle lock. It's a little it's a little chintzy. When I first put it on, you can lock it and you can still adjust. And of course, the little nylon tab which pushes against the housing of the throttle to keep it stiff. Well, that nylon tab came off. The actual after the same day I was riding it. I put a new piece on, and now I just don't. When I set it, I set it, leave it, and if I need to adjust it, I mean, it'll still adjust easy. If you have to need to adjust it, I turn it off, and hey, we'll see how long. So, hey, morning, CJ. So, CJ, we were talking about that live show. There apparently I saw it on Facebook. About 30 kilometers from Howin, there's a resort that is completely abandoned. I just saw some pictures on Facebook. It would look pretty interesting, and completely abandoned. So I thought, hey, you know what? I don't know what kind of cell strength you would have there. I mean, we have 5G pretty much everywhere. So, but I mean, if you get a good signal strength there, there's something. Hey, go do a live show there. I think people would probably find that. I found that interesting. The only thing is a little boring walking from one house to the other. So I thought, you know what, if you're walking from one place to the other, you might as well be doing it live. So hey, so think about that place that's outside of Hohin. And if you don't, when I get there, I'm going to do it. So maybe you should. It's your neck of the woods, so maybe you should do that. Oh, look, I get close, it gets red. So when I stay back, that's fine. I've set up a light behind the camera, trying to keep me clear enough so that you can see it. So no, I haven't been drinking. I look like last when he did his live show in Bad Rock Tag. So but anyway, um, so yeah, no, the ADV again, it's a personal preference. I picked the ADV. It was a little taller. I knew that I was going to be on the roads, on the highway more. And so, yeah, if I'm going to do, that's what I decided. And, but yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it's a personal preference, absolute personal preference. So of course, Lance says he doesn't drive, he doesn't drive, um, you know, your light is better, more light, of course. So you can see now, or it needs more light. So, well, if you saw what I did back there last night, I took my light, I stuck it in behind the camera, the camera, and I've got a diffuser on it. I put a towel to reflect the light. So, but yeah, mind you, I could probably open a window here now, and it's probably a little bit not as not as cold, mind you, it is. So just give me a check. It's better now. I'm gonna open the window and we'll see what we get. We'll open this. A little bit of light. And just walking over this way. Oh yeah, well, it's still cold. You can now there's a breeze coming. I bet that's considerably brighter, right? So like I say, when it warms up, I'm going to go out there and set up out there, and then you can see the mountains. So I give you another reason to be to watch and not have to listen to me, but at least you can see the beautiful scenery that is where I live in Thailand, and it is pretty spectacular, and you never stop appreciating it. You know, I remember years ago, um, I lived on when I got married the first time. We rented an A-frame winterized cottage on an island, and the sun would drop down along the river, so you could look all the way up, and the sun would drop down, and the sunsets were just fantastic. And at the time, I owned a sailboat. I had a 25-foot Glenelg sailboat, and although the waves were really bad at that end, but when it was calm, I parked it. I put a buoy, and I parked it out front, and the sun would set down behind the sailboat, and that view it was just spectacular. You never got tired of looking at that view. The problem is, unfortunately, I know that for those that have followed my channel from the beginning, I have a video about the 7 events that change your life and the direction of your life. One of those events is fire, and unfortunately, that we were 2 months into our marriage, and well, the house caught fire. I was at work, and we lost the house completely. We were only renting the house at the time. We were looking at buying the house in the following spring, but because it was an island, there were bridges to the island, and it was also not not in Ontario. It was in Quebec. All these things, we weren't sure what we were going to do, so we decided we'll rent the house for now, and we'll spend a winter there and see what it's like, and if we like it, we'll buy it in the spring. Well, unfortunately, October rolled around to 3 months after we got married, and yeah, we there was an electrical problem, and the house burnt to the ground, and we lost everything. Um, that's not the story. What I'm trying to say, my point of the story is, I don't have one picture of that sun setting behind that boat. And I'm thinking, this is where I've coined the statement, and I believe it's my statement. Anyone heard it somewhere else, please let me know. Is a picture not taken is a picture wasted, and that's a picture that will never happen. And I definitely, regret that. And years later, I'm working. I had my business in Elmont, and I was working on a house, an old house that was being redone, 3-story house, huge home that was originally belonged to one of the main industrial people that lived in the town. And but the in front of the house there was a very huge yard, and went down, and there was the bridge, and there was the river, and I mean, you stood there and you go, that's a pretty spectacular view. So and it's like, you know what, do you have any pictures? No. Well, you should take pictures, because you just never know. So yeah, I have many pictures here. I have many pictures here of the mountains, and so forth, and yeah. So like I say, picture not taken, it's a picture wasted. So park in the water. What's the park in the water, CJ? No, so park in the water. The boat, or so. But anyway, I will get. Yeah. Sorry. You're going to get that done. Yeah, I know. I sent you the picture, so I know you are. It's just a fun little dig. Eh? So, but yeah, uh, there's no doubt when you get those foot pegs and they're in the perfect position, just enough to move your feet from inside to just outside. You have two choices. You could just leave your heels on the floorboard and just put your foot on the pegs, or you can put your whole foot on the pegs. and it just changes the angle of it just changes the angle of your feet, and it just makes it that much more comfortable when you're on a long ride. You said you park your boat. You don't park a boat in the water. Yes, the boat. Yeah. Okay, I docked. No, I docked. No, dry docked. I tied it up on a float. It would have been a tire. With air in it that was chained down to three old motors. Hopefully I don't get arrested for environmental problems. It's a three motor, so that it wasn't going to move because it was just rock down below. And yeah, so but to park your boat, does it matter? I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to look up that. So either way, the boat's long gone, the house is long gone, and there's no picture, so I have no proof. And that's the sad part. I wish I had the proof. So but yeah, but here we are. You know, I have lots of proof of what we've done here. It's an absolute spectacular room, and I use it all the time. So, and we're going to continue to use it. So, nice and sunny out there right now. So, but still cool. I can feel the cool air coming through, but it's not quite as bad. So this afternoon it will certainly will. Just pulling my chain. Yes, I know it's E-Day, and that's okay. You can do that. Still, when I still get close, it goes red, eh? So, so not sure if that's just the camera. I suspect it's the camera. The cam, using the DJI for the cam works amazing. Gives me 720 720p. I won't give you 1080 unless I pay more money for yard stream, which at some point I might do, but then that'll give us 1080. But it's a pretty clear picture. Speaking of clear pictures on our videos, just about a month and a half ago, YouTube finally started to allow us to um, upload our videos in 4K. And boy, I tell you, that really makes a difference in the quality of the picture. Especially if you're watching it on a big screen. Like I have the computer screen here. I mean, you're watching on your phone, you know. Um, you know, hope you would send. Yeah, CJ. I mean the resort, the abandoned resort. Yeah, I'll have to find it again on Facebook, and when I do, I'll maybe you should, CJ. Why don't you go on Facebook and send me a link to you and friends so I can connect it straight to you. It's under, instead of Dave Clark, it's under Charles Clark. So Charles, so Charles is of course my first name. I only use it when it's official. So that's why everyone or that confuses me with Dave Clark without an E. They some say CDC or Dave Clark too. So I don't mind being number two when it comes to being in Thailand. Dave's been here a lot longer than me. So yes, CJ, go onto Facebook, send me a friend request, Charles Clark. I will find it and I will send it back to you. Same here, you can find me. Yeah, well, I don't know. I only know you as CJ. What's your full name? I had to do some serious investigating to find Lance's name. So yeah, that's sort of how that how that works. So yeah, fortunately my brain drain I had something I was talking about and boom. Watching both lives in the football game. Who says I can't multitask? Is that the Lions? I'm not watching much sports, unfortunately. It's been so busy. I know that I'm going to, at some point, I'll add a streaming service, but right now I'm just too busy with the channel, too busy with life and that's fine. But we do watch a movie at night, a couple of movies every once in a while. I'm trying to Rams and Vikings playoff. There we go. Los Angeles Rams and uh, Los Angeles Rams and Vikings. Sorry, I should know that. You know, yes, get a Fire Stick live stream. Yeah, no, Lance and I talked about that, and at some point I'll do that. But again, it's just not Minnesota. There we go. Thank you very much, Minnesota Vikings. Yeah, I mean, keep in mind, I'm Canadian. Okay. Any of you Americans want to tell us some of the names of our Canadian football team, like the Ottawa Red Blacks, the Montreal Alouettes, the Toronto Argonauts, and and so forth, and go out, the Edmonton Elks. It used to be the Edmonton Eskimos, so we had to be politically correct. So yeah, I'm pretty good when of course, mind you, I try to follow the NFL. Probably follow the NFL. I probably followed the NFL more than I follow the NFL, the CFL. Although I used to have tickets, used to have seasons tickets. Um, you know, Minnesota and Canadian accent sounds the same. Dave, what is your Facebook? Charles Clark. Just look up Charles Clark with an E. With an E. Charles Clark. You'll find it. So no problem. Um, so yeah. Oh, it's still got 7 people hanging in there after an hour. That's pretty good. I certainly appreciate everybody watching. Um, Tammy, you're still in. Are you still with us? How's the weather in eastern townships of Quebec? I suspect it's pretty cool. Mind you, it's middle of January. January in Canada is the coldest months of the year, and well, it's also the coldest month of the year here. You know, yeah, there we go. So, um, going great, going great. Hello, everyone. Hello, great. Great, going great. I have to check see if I've subscribed to your channel. So lives help build your hours for money. Yes, it does. We have some light now in Quebec today. Right now it's -4 degrees. Hey, Logan. Okay, I'm suspecting Going Gray's name is Logan. I'll just write that down. Logan. Logan. Okay. Maybe Dave's telling everyone at the end of his live show to pop over to my live show, and maybe Dave will come too. So that'd be good. Yeah. So yeah. Thanks, Lance. Thanks, Lance. I'll check. So yeah. So Going Grace says hello, uh, and Logan. There we go. Yeah. I'm just learning all these little things that you can stick on the screen. I mean, I've done a few live streams now, but I mean, it's a learning thing, So yeah, yeah. You have to get you know, CJ. Let's see here. No, I think there's. No, I thought I saw that. I thought I saw that. How to do that, Star. No. So again, haven't quite figured that out, CJ. I know last time I was on, I think Lance, you tried to explain it to me, Yeah, and but yeah, so delete comment, put in user ban. No. Um, what's that? Star? I don't know. Click on the name and it should give you a pop-up. Okay. I'm not getting a pop-up. I got, click on the name, should give you a pop-up. So, but I can put a star beside it. And if I right click, I thought that was so anyway, sorry, it's still a learning curve. You're gonna have to come and show me, Lance. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's I'm clicking on the name and it doesn't name in the chat. I'm clicking on the name in the chat. See, click the name in the chat. Oh, I think you're absolutely right. Logan. I think you have to click the name on YouTube, not StreamYard. So that's quite possible. I don't know. Anyway, it's you know, so I can bring that up. But and when I do a right click, no, nothing, So anyway, well, no one's giving me a hard time. Jackson in Thailand. Good morning. Good morning, Jackson. I'm trying to remember your name. All these names for this old guy trying to remember. We've got 10 people watching right now. It's wonderful after an hour. So but yeah, I'm trying to remember your name. I know I've subscribed to your channel. So yeah. So what's your first name, Jackson? And I'm sure it's not Jackson. I'm sure that's your last name, but yeah, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. So where in Thailand do you hail from? So um, you know, you can do it after the chat loads on YouTube. You know, yeah. Maui CJ didn't get a chance to say hello, running around a bit this evening in El Paso. So Logan, you're in El Paso right now? Well, that's the beauty about the internet. We're all over the world. So yeah. Um, how's the weather in El Paso? I suspect it's hot. Hot. Okay. My the cold air going through here is frozen my coffee, which makes it in line of how people like it here in Thailand, iced coffee. No. So So where were we talking? Anybody got any questions? Logan, congrats on Buckeyes making it to the national championship game. Um, the Buckeyes. That's not football. What's that? Basketball, I think, right? Terrible. Terrible for me not knowing all this stuff. So, well, at any rate, so before I was talking about some videos that I'm putting out, and I'm just going to rehash that a little bit now. But there's considerably more college football. Okay, college football. Now that there's a little more people watching, we try to do videos and we try to put out a good product that keeps people engaged. But living in Thailand, I try to living in a small community. I'm trying very much to be part of that community, and my wife is a very prominent figure in this community. So when we go places, they recognize her, and then of course they recognize me. So and of course, having the channel, we do videos, and they subscribe. So I'm in the process of doing a very large two-part video, a cultural event in Song District. And unfortunately, a lot of people, when they watch it, may not find it as interesting, and some will, and I certainly hope. But please bear with me. It'll be a two-part series. It'll be very interesting to the local people, and that's good. And then we'll hopefully the next few videos we'll get a little bit more. Hit the like button, everyone. Yes, Maui, Lance, have everyone do it. So please hit the like button. I can't tell again because I'm on Yard Stream, so I can't tell. But at any rate, I've talked about riding the motorcycle down to Bangkok, and I'm sure we're going to do lots of videos. That I've been to Bangkok. I have several videos on Bangkok, but not going there in the motorcycle. So, and of course, we're going to carry on to Ho Hin and go and bug Lance. And we'll hopefully get quite a few more opportunities to uh, film there. So yeah, well, I'm here. I'm retired. I'm living here in Thailand, and I'm not planning on going anywhere. And as long as my health will stay relatively good, and we will continue to travel, and I will hopefully continue to bring you some interesting content to keep you engaged. It's it is quite amazing how everyone seems to love motorcycles. Out of all my channels, the ones that have done the best, of course, are the ones that have the motorcycle. The other Dave is coming to Hauin next week on the way to a wedding. So is he going to ride his motorcycle or is he going to drive his truck? I suspect he's going to drive his truck. He's a lot closer to you than I am. So yes, I need to get caught up on the riding trip bits. Yeah. I'm pretty pleased with them, and there's a few now. The last two are my latest ones, and of course the estate, beautiful estate in Nan. I mean, we we watch so many videos on Thailand. We watch so many videos on Chiang Mai and Pai. I haven't gone to Pai yet. The Hong Song May Song May loop. I fully plan on doing that. Hopefully, I'll be doing that with Lance. And we'll be able to share our videos. But the thing is, we've this was the second time I've gone to Northern Nan. Last uh, last February, beginning at the end of February, we went to Northern Nan. We went to a resort called Whisper Monk, and it has some beautiful, absolutely stunning scenery. But the roads to get there, oh my, the roads, yeah, the roads to get there. Later this year, CJ is riding with us too. I suspect later this year you're talking about, uh, in October, November, after the rainy season stops and the weather starts to get quite pleasant in northern Thailand. Anyway, again, Northern Nan, the scenery, the mountains. You'll see we're literally going along the ridge of the mountain. Just winding, and you can see on either side of the ridge, the valleys. It's just amazing. You walk, on one side, you're seeing one side of the mountain, and so you're literally on top of this mountain. And as we get farther north, it's all mountains, and the roads are in spectacular condition. But again, they're curvy. The first time I did it in the car, and it was very tiring. You know, what is your average views on your videos? Not enough, CJ. So probably in the hundreds. But except for the motorcycle ones. So the last two right now are climbing fairly well. There's the side box that I put on. That's like 1,200 views. That's doing really well. So yeah, they're much better now. They are much better now. And the hours are definitely higher. You know, yeah. That mountain range turns into Mount Everest. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. So you've been to Northern Lance? Because you're absolutely right. When you get past Beauclos and you get right into that mountain, it's just one turn after another. Yeah, people talk about the tail of the dragon. Well, come to Thailand. Come check out our tail of the dragon. It's the whole country, but yeah, when you get into our northern parts of Thailand, man, oh man, I mean that's why there's big motorcycle tour, big tour bikes. Andy from in Chiang Mai and Pattaya uh, has um, has Route 66 restaurant, and he has the big tour bikes. And I'm riding down the highway, and suddenly, four or five bikes pass me like I'm, standing still. And yeah, so it's this this country, the roads in this country, boy, I tell you. I mean, in the last video, I mean, that's all I can talk about. That's all you can talk about. I mean, when you're riding on these roads and you stop, you just stop and you go, wow, that was just an amazing ride. That was just an amazing ride. So now, mind you, you know, I want to go before the all expats return in the winter. For return, I want to go before all the expats return in the winter. Are you talking about the Nan? Or are you talking about the Song Mai loop? Which is it? So, but you're not talking about doing that now. You're not talking about going up and doing that run. Yeah, I mean, we're now January. I mean, it'd still be pretty good in February. But towards the middle of February, the smoky season starts. So yeah, yeah, be a little more clear where you're talking about. But whether or not we're talking pie or we're talking man. So, but at any rate, again, like I say, if you're a motorcycle enthusiast, wow, I tell you, this is the place to go. Well, at some point in the future, I'll probably acquire a Honda 650 or a bigger bike. But right now, the ADV is absolutely, you know, it's absolutely fine, especially going up and down those mountains. Like I say in the second video, I'm a big guy. I mean, 115 kilos, and Katai is 42 kilos, so 160 kilos, plus the bike itself, plus full gear, full power, full fuel. It's pretty heavy. And it's a 330cc motor with 29 horsepower. Now, my first bike was a Honda Shadow, and it was a 750, and it only had 29 horsepower. So 29 horsepower, pretty good. So but at any rate, so yeah, so this thing really punches above its weight class, and going up and down these hills, full load, it worked. It was fine. Yeah, yeah, on some of the real steep ones. You noticed it, and if you had to pass, well, you didn't want to pass going up a hill. You needed to wait to on the level ground or so forth. So, uh, um, thanks, Dick. I always thought you were already a subscriber, but thank you very much. Yeah, I won't go any bigger. I won't. You can. Yeah, actually, CJ, both of those videos. Hey, hi Dave. Thanks for showing up. Thanks for coming on. I didn't realize you were doing your live show. Maybe we need a chat before. It's more important for me than it is for you. So, but anyway, CJ, yeah, both of those. In fact, all three of those last videos have three thumbnails on each video. So I literally did three, and that works really good. So everyone's saying hello to everybody. So yeah, yeah, I thought that was pretty cool because, like I say, it's three. You use three thumbnails, and sometimes the thumbnail is really interesting, and sometimes it's not, or at least you think it is. And so I did three thumbnails for each video, and they're doing well, and I think that has a lot to do with it because they go out and get attention, at least get people to click on them. Of course, after they click on them, you want them to watch the video to get your hours. So, and actually, my hours are right now. My hours for this last month are almost double, which is really good, really really good. As I get closer to that 1,000, you have to have that 4,000 viewing hours. So I'm at 422 subscribers, and I'm not quite at 2,000 viewing hours, which is good. Yes, exactly. Then you can see what works best. They actually do that, and from what I'm told, they'll tell you which one is the best. I'm still waiting for that information to come out. But yeah, no, it's great. Guaranteed from now on, I use Canva to do my thumbnails, and try and make an effort. Try and make an effort to make them relate to the video, and catch people's eye. Because that's what brings people onto the channel, right? So anyway, Dave, I understand you're going to be heading down to Ho Hin. So are you driving down? Or are you going to take the bike? No, the viewing hours you see are not the same as the YouTube see. The YouTube see again. There's so many parameters, so time will tell. Time will tell. So Dave, are you driving? You're going to drive your truck down to Ho Hin? Or you're gonna take the motorcycle? No, no. Yeah, you had 5,000 hours. You type said you had 3,000. Yeah. Again, we'll see. I don't know yet, but yes, the end of the month probably take my truck, but still might take the bike. Yeah. Well. You're talking about end of this month, end of January. I think I'm going to be driving. We're going to ride the bike down in March. I need to stop in Bangkok and renew my visa, and it's due at the end of March. So we'll probably leave the second week of the second or third week of March, and ride the bike down. And yeah, yeah, it's a long ride. And yeah, like I say, Katai is still looking at me like, is he serious or not? So, but well, I explained to her, so if we're going to if we're going to Bangkok to renew my visa, like I did last year. We were in Chiang Mai. I had to go to Bangkok to do the visa. My visa agent is there. Um, if we got to fly to Bangkok, well, where I am in Prey, I got a choice. We either drive to Nan, get on an airplane in Nan, and fly to Bangkok, or drive to Chiang Mai, get on an airplane, and fly to Bangkok. Now, the only good news is, I don't have to do any switching from Dong Muang to Savannabom. But I mean, you still have to pay the flight, which is, for two people, 12,000 baht, right? And then once you get into Chiang Mai or into Bangkok, well, now you have to pay for taxis. And again, you get onto the tolls, you got to pay the tolls, you argue with them that they use the meter. But I mean, last time I was there, it was like I was getting hit with 600 baht every trip, which was ridiculous. But I mean, if we're there for a day, 2 days, we could easily spend another 1,200, 1,500 baht. So that's what I'm getting at. So then we get a hotel room, another $1,500, food. So 12, 15, 16. That trip to go and renew the visa could cost as much as 16, 17,000 baht. Well, for 17,000 baht, we can ride the motorcycle, have no problem finding places to stay and pay for everything. That 17,000 baht would probably, pay for the whole trip from there straight to Ho Hin. So if you're going to spend that money, might as well make it a trip, right? CJ and CDC want to go. Still planning Chiang Rai, and Mae Hong Son, but later in the year, Dave. Yeah, yeah. So, so you're talking. And when I say later in the year, this is January, so you're not talking next month or March. You're talking next November. So I'm sure, I'm sure that you and I will sit down and have that conversation face to face and plan that trip out because that sounds like a amazing trip. And hopefully, if it's in like say October, November, October, the rainy season is just ending, and November, like the busy season is just starting. So if we go in the beginning of November, well, that's not so bad. It's it won't be quite as busy. The weather will be not quite as cold as it is right now. And hey, and maybe Dave, maybe you can join us along the way, and that'll be we'll make that a great trip. Yeah, yeah. I didn't go last time because of the flooding. Yeah, the flooding was bad. There's no doubt about it. I was in Chiang Mai 2, 3 weeks after the flood, um, and I didn't film. I just thought, no, you know what? It's been filmed to death. You don't have to show the devastation that the people of Chiang Mai have to put up with. So just do what you have to do. And like I say, we were there, and on my way out of town, we came across their temporary dump, and that was unusual. So I just decided, you know what, this was important. So I pulled over and I flew the drone and I did film that, and yeah, that was well received. Maui and I will just go and do as we please. Others are welcome, but not waiting for others. Absolutely, absolutely. So we go. We can sit down. We can have a conversation. What are we doing today? And yeah, no, absolutely. So that's the thing. When you're in a group, communication is important, but yeah. So everybody has their own idea of what they want to do, but sometimes it's if you've never been there and you've got someone who's been there before, well, then it's good to just take the advice and quite often when you're in a new place and you've never been there before, you're going to miss things that you know that uh, you know that you might not have if you had taken a few moments to have a conversation in the beginning of the day. So yeah, the more the merrier. Absolutely. Well, you know what? If it's just the three of us, you know, I'm sure I'm sure everything will be just fine. So uh, I mean, it's definitely going to happen. I mean, I've only been here a year, and I have 32 videos, and I plan on having considerably more. And there's a whole lot more places to see. A lot more places to see. Carl's Travel. There's a place over in northern Thailand. I can't remember the name offhand. A temple that's up on a mountain where you're walking around. Yeah, I'm going there for sure. I've already had private conversations with Carl, and great guy. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be going and checking out that that temple, that climb. So but yeah, people like other things, so, but, again, it comes down to, comes down to communicating with each other and if there's someone in charge of the trip that has the experience, well then, like I say, take advantage of their experience and enjoy. It's the same idea when we were in Krabi. We took the 5-star Marine tour. It was very expensive, because there was only four of us. So yeah, you're taking a very large amount of money and you're only splitting it four ways. But the boat can take seven people before they change the price. But the thing was, they know the trip. They know where to go, and yeah, we had a fantastic day. Did a great video on that. But again, you know, it just pays to have someone that knows where to go and knows the things to see. Yeah, and so worth the time and money. Yes, Tammy and her husband joined us, and we had a pretty amazing time. No one in charge, just go, and if the others don't want to do it, and so on. Yep, no, you know what I'm saying, CJ. Sometimes, like I say, you're driving down the road. I mean, we go down all these roads, and I'll pass a park, I'll pass a park, and if you don't know, if you've never been there before, you don't necessarily know what attractions are there, and that's what I'm getting at. So if you get somebody who's done that trip before, well, it's always good to take a moment and listen to what they have to say. And sometimes you see things like, for instance, okay, we're driving to Beauclou, and you'll see a section where I'm coming up and I do a pan and scan and of the open area, and you can see where the road curves, and you can just see the love sign on the right hand side. And I actually did one of my thumbnails with this. So, um, and it's like, I'm going around, and away we go. I didn't stop and fly the drone because I didn't know. And had I known, I would have stopped. I would have flown the drone ahead and looked down, and you would have seen how the road all just completely curved. It's a great view, and I've seen other videos where someone has flown the drone, and I saw it afterwards. I'm going, holy crap, I didn't do that. Again, a picture not taken is a picture wasted. So, and it's like, wow, and it's like, I got to go back. And the good news is, I live in Thailand, and that's not my last trip there. So I will do. The other thing is that what I haven't done yet is I haven't followed, done the follow with the drone yet, where it will follow you. It's on my list. It's on my list of things to do. Hopefully, I'll do it soon. And but yeah, that I would have taken an aerial view straight down, and you would have seen all that, and yeah, it would have been a definite plus to the video. And again, of course, if I had it set up where it would follow the bike, that would be good too. But unfortunately, didn't. We drove right on by. Didn't know. And it's funny. I mean, we drove by it when the year before, and the car did the same thing, just drove by. But unless you see from up above and you see how the road just curves, you don't know. So that's where it comes in handy to have somebody who has been there and say, "Yeah, we're going to stop, and it'd be worthwhile stopping to do this." Yeah, there you go. So we're still at seven people, and we're an hour. We're going to go a little bit longer. Anyone got any questions? So I'm just sitting here talking and chatting. So, but yeah. Um, anyway, again, um, that's that's the thing. I will at some point be setting up the follow along with the drone on the motorcycle. I think that'd be a great shot. There's an area not too far from here that I plan on filming. that has the canal that's running along the road, and I've probably said this before, but it has the canal runs along the mountain, and it crosses over ravines, and it turns it from a canal turns to an aqueduct. I find that pretty interesting, and I'm hoping to do the fly the drone behind, and and they'll pick up me driving that and pick all that up at the same time. We'll see. So, but again, so at any rate, again, if there's any questions, it's still it's nice and bright out there, but the temperature's not climbing very much. So I think my face is still a little bit red there, especially when I go in closer. So but yeah, so there we go. It's 20 to 10 in the morning. Yeah, of course, 20 to 10 at night. Going for coffee now, Dave. All right, Lance. Well, thank you very much for hanging around. Enjoy your coffee. Yeah, I had 3 today, and that's my limit. Yeah. Okay. CJ, thanks for dropping in. And everyone else, I don't know if Dave, if you're still there. Check for wires before you do a follow drone shot. I saw a guy do that and he crashed in the drone. Oh yes, absolutely. I will definitely be hey, I'll definitely be setting, when I do that set up for that, I'll be doing a pre drive to make sure that it's a good safe. You know, I hit wires with the drone right outside my house. I was sitting, and yeah. So, anyway, okay. So I think we're everyone's heading out now, and I thank everyone for coming, and great live show. And we'll go from there. I'm going to play my ending one, so everyone stick around for the last so and we're gonna end it here at an hour and 42 minutes. So until next time, Solid Tower, drone Charlie Delta Charlie on approach from live show, requesting clearance for landing on pad 1.
Drone Charlie Delta Charlie, Solid Tower, good show. You are cleared for landing on pad 1.